Does God really care about our behavior? How do we affect God when we think positively, negatively, when we do something good, when we do something not good? How do we affect? The Kabbalist has something incredible. They say, as it says in the Torah, we were created in God's image. Not only were we created in God's image, but we are deeply connected, and every feeling and every thought and every experience that we have within us has an effect on the higher realms. In the Kabbalistic terms, there are 10 divine sefirot, 10 divine attributes, and we have 10 attributes within us. And if we behave a certain way with certain attributes, it has an effect on the attributes above. We are in the midst of the counting of the Omer, 7 weeks between the first day of Passover and Shavuot, when we received the Torah, when we became free people from the Exodus from Egypt, and then 52 days later, they received the Torah. And it's a countdown to the receiving of a Torah. Kabbalistically, it is known that these 7 weeks are special weeks of reflection about our sefirot, our emotions. Each one is made up of 7. So there's 7 primary emotions: chesed, gevura, tiferet, netzach, hod, yesod, malchut. Kindness, discipline, compassion, perseverance, humility, bonding, and royalty. Every week we reflect on one of those. And within every week, we reflect every day another one of those. So we have kindness of kindness, going all the way to royalty of royalty. First day is kindness of kindness. The next one is discipline and kindness, and so on. This week we are reflecting on the attribute of tiferet. Tiferet means compassion. Literally means beauty. It's a mixture of discipline and kindness, when we could feel somebody else and step into their shoes and have compassion on them. Empathy, sympathy, and compassion. Tiferet. It's a beautiful, centralized, the most central attribute that we have within us, the most balanced. If you look at the tree of life, it's right in the center, Tiferet. We find within us the beauty to care and think about someone else from their perspective. When we count the Omer, but the most important thing is to actually count the Omer. When we count these days at night, if you've been counting from the first days, we recite a special prayer, a special blessing, thanking God for the opportunity to become holy and bond with Him through the counting of the Omer. If we've missed a day, then we can't recite the blessing, but we could still count. So for instance, this Friday, today, is 19 days. So you would go, today is 19 days, which is 2 weeks and 5 days to the Omer. And then there's other prayers that are said, but I find the most meaningful is the last prayer. This is a Kabbalistic prayer, and it goes as follows. God, you commanded us to count the Omer for 7 weeks. And then the end goes like this. Therefore, may it be your will, Hashem, Lord our God and God of our fathers, that in the merit of the counting over the Omer, which I count today, the blemish that I have caused in the Sephirah, and this week today would be Hod of Tiferet, humility within compassion, be rectified. Meaning that we're not only talking about our Sephirah, our attributes, but even the divine attributes which we have affected by our behavior should be rectified, should be cleansed, should be restored. Every feeling, every thought that we have has an effect. And through the counting of the Omer, we're asking that God refix or connect any blemish that we may have done in the upper Sephirot. But it doesn't finish right there. It continues. And that I may be purified and sanctified with supernal holiness. May abundant bounty thereby be bestowed upon all the worlds. May it rectify our nefesh, ruach, and neshama from every baseness and defect, and may it purify and sanctify us with your supernal holiness. Amen. Selah. How powerful the mere counting of the Omer. If you haven't done counting of the Omer, do so and start now. Count every evening. You could find it online, you can find it in your prayer books. May all this come true. It may rectify our own feelings, our own emotions, our own experiences, and of course, the upper Sefirot. Shabbat Shalom.